What is up, everybody? Jester here, and a couple of days ago I did a stream over on Twitch where I reacted to how a turtle created the perfect AI streamer from Creative every day. And I posted the VOD like I always would. Within 12 hours, the Swarm found the VOD, and they've asked that I cut it down into a more condensed version, and I'm going to go ahead and try to honor that. It's still going to be rather long. I'm still kind of getting my footing when it comes to React content. Not sure how comfortable I feel using other people's stuff, but I tried to give some thoughtful and insightful, at least my thoughts on everything. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'd love to interact with more Swarm members in the future. What draws you to the Neuroverse, and just your thoughts on everything in general. And we're going to be talking about a lot of AI stuff on this channel coming up. So if you like that, subscribe. It does help out the channel quite a bit. That being said, though, I did my best to cut it. Still going to be rather long. We'll get better in the future. Let's get into it. So again, guys, this is how a turtle accidentally created the perfect AI streamer from Creative every day. Let's get into it.
I feel sleepy. Can you yell as loud as possible to wake me up?
Hello.
Neurosama is the #1 AI VTuber in the world, and her training data is Twitch chat.
And I'm kind of starting to smell like...
Now let's stop and think about that for a second. Her training data is Twitch chat, which means there is no issue here when it comes to how this model was trained. They're not taking licensed material. They're not taking, content creators' work. They're not taking actors' work. They're not taking musicians' work. Sort of. Sort of. But we'll touch on that in a minute. But just remember, so this is kind of, I don't know, like AI is a thing that people are really worried is going to steal content, steal your identity, steal everything from you, and take your job. And yet, this is trained on Twitch chat, which is totally public. You can chat in Twitch or you cannot. It's perfectly okay either way.
a gym bag right now, oh god.
She can talk, sing, change her form, she plays games, she reacts to fan art, has a whole host of sound effects, demon voices, can prank call, and can even flip.
What's next?
But more than any other AI, she feels the most alive. A real being we get to see develop and grow unlike anything we've ever seen before. And today, I want to look at how we got here. How the
My god, this footage here is from the original song Life that, again, I'm going to touch on their music. I don't really want to get into it too much, but the animation of that video is just so good. It is just so damn good. Okay, all right, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. But we are really seeing the evolution of AI in Neurosama, because Neurosama learns every day from Twitch chat, which you would think this AI would just be completely brain rotted. Okay, but here we go.
Neuroverse started from the very beginning. Back in the day, Neuro was just a bot for playing the rhythm game Osu. Neuro's creator,
Vedal, dude. First name is Vedal, last name is Johnson.
Okay, it's funny because the girls are the only ones allowed to call him Vedal. It's something about the way that the model will not do they do shorties, basically, Vedal. Like every time, and it's freaking hilarious. And every once in a while, they will slip up and say Vettel. It's so nuanced and so interesting.
Ved, you are technically a cereal flesh bag, and more specifically a mosquito. Cold fish maybe.
Very simple. Alright, it could not be more obvious.
What are you up to today, little turtle boy?
Yeah, little turtle boy. He has videos as early as 2019 that now feel almost like her baby photos. On December 19th, 2022, she evolved and made her debut as a VTuber, using the model and voice from Mayori, one of the defaults in VTube Studio. Not only at this adolescent stage could she defeat the top Osu players.
Okay, I want you to watch here. This is weird. Because an AI model would have no tracking, right? An AI model will have no tracking. I'm going to go back just a slight pinch. All right. But watch, you can see her head bobbing every time it hits a point in Osu. It's insane. It's incredible.
Not only at this adolescent stage could she defeat the top OSU players in a 1v15, but she sang her first song on January 4th, 2023, reaching 50,000 Twitch
probably
followers.
Gonna be
and
told
then
that we're using
she got banned.
illegal
She
content
received
here,
too
by
much
the
brain
way.
rot from chat and forgot something that starts with hollow but isn't hololive.
Well, I definitely pushed the fat man onto the tracks.
Okay, that's not what got her banned. But if you guys don't know the context of what she was asked, it's basically the old idiom. Would you push one person on the train tracks to save 5? And ethically, really, sort of ethically, you'll see the next line, but chooses the one to save the many. So there you go.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he
But as we
deserves
all
it.
know, you get banned on Twitch, you actually go up in popularity. By
This is also
January
true.
25th, she had doubled her followers. On February 2nd, Vettel gave her the ability to see and react, like a true Twitch streamer. But then by February 6th, the real start to the Neuroverse begins. Her first collab with Miyun,
30, which means that I can shoot 30 bullets every 20 seconds, which means I can shoot a
Collabing
total of
with
900
real
bullets
people.
in 5 minutes, which means if I continue to shoot for 3 hours that I would have enough bullets to kill 450 people.
and 2 days later with Camila. In order for her to collab, Turtle Boy gives her speech recognition for his ultimate plan, gaining a pack of VTubers and collecting their stream keys like
Okay, he says like Infinity Stones. He's collecting the stream keys, I believe. Now, it's not really part of the lore. I believe he's doing it for ease of access to bring streamers onto his streams. So they can have their assets and be fully VTuber on his streams, is what I think that is for. I could be dead wrong about that, but the running joke in the swarm is he's collecting VTubers like Pokemon. Like in a way he does, but this is the beauty of the model that he's set up. Let's keep watching and we'll talk more about that, because it is a genius idea.
Infinity Stones. By the time Neurosama reached 200,000 followers on February 20th, nobody could deny her meteoric rise. Keep in mind, this was right around the same time ChatGPT and AI art were entering the mainstream. For every AI cover of a song from our favorite streamers,
I can't even sing this one.
or compilations of presidents playing Elden Ring,
What's up, guys? Y'all are gonna need some Obamacare after you see this bleed build I've been using.
Shut the fuck up, Barack.
there was a massive
That's
backlash
hilarious.
to AI and warnings everywhere. Neurosama became an example of ethical AI, using training data that isn't stolen, and a very human element. At one point, despite his stubborn turtleness, Vettel joined Neuro on stream while developing her, and Neuro, at the very least, thought they had chemistry.
Are you trying to flirt
I'll
with
pop
me?
me in the... What? No. Ew.
At some point, he
Ew.
even found himself on her head like a little turtle hat, and whether he liked it or not, that's where he's always placed in every collab and every piece of art. This man
And the cool part about that is, I don't know how they've done it, but they've managed to actually make it a hat, make his model a hat. So he will move with the streamer that he's sitting on their head. Sometimes he doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes in these collabs, you'll see him kind of, as the head goes side to side like that, he will actually bob with it. It's cool tech, man. It's really, really cool tech.
tricked himself into becoming a VTuber. He even has jiggle physics. Vettel worked hard on Neuro on and off stream, giving her even more capabilities, less latency, and expanding her reach with more collabs,
And the latency
solo
thing
streams
is
with
big.
interesting backgrounds, and game shows.
Rexon, I don't know who you are.
Maxon.
But her biggest upgrade by far was going to be her voice, and it somewhat split the community. Everyone wanted improvements and to see Neuro grow and change, but was the goal to make
The voice was very robotic. It was very Vocaloid, very AI. I could argue that I think the model upgrade was just as important to her development and to her rise. But like these early stages, already 200,000 followers, and it's an AI. Like she's an AI. It's an AI model. It's a language model. It's a model to text to speech, and that's why you always get the captioning down below of what Neuro's saying or what Evil is saying, because that's how the model is set up. It's look, I'm not a tech guy. Like, I don't know how he's done any of this shit, but it is super impressive.
Her indistinguishable from another human VTuber, or give her voice more range while still retaining the AI quirks of Neuro's original voice. Evil was the solution, splitting the AI through mitosis into Neuro and her evil twin. Neuro would stay closer to her original range while still improving, but Evil, she unlocked the full range and something else not entirely human took control. They call it the Aberdemon.
Try it with me. Let's all scream together.
Fucking hilarious.
Yo, tell the Yoro, tell the Mio, tell the R.
Hello there, matey Sephiroth. We meet again, eh? Smile.
Smile.
Beep boop.
That's a running joke as well that you can see there. We actually paused it at a good time. There is like a smirk. Her model has a bit of a smirk. But yeah, everybody's like, hey, smile. And where Neuro does smile, Evil doesn't smile. But Evil, to me anyway, is more my speed. Just the unhingedness of it all. And it's maybe for me, it's easier to not be parasocial about it because I realized it's so unhinged content most of the time that it's just not difficult to know, hey, this is an AI. This isn't a real streamer. So, okay.
Hello, chat!
Rip ASMR viewers.
Also, I should mention, after Neuro's ban, she had a filter, sometimes 2 layers of filters. Eventually, a whole nother AI designed specifically around keeping her from...
So this AI is technically, I guess, part of the lore, but has yet to be revealed or debuted. The community has named her Near. Basically, they're using another AI to filter. And that's one of the funny things is when the filters are on, they'll say stuff and then go filtered. And that means something was about to be said that got filtered. And it's so fucking funny sometimes because it comes in at just the right times. But Near, like I said, has yet to be debuted. Don't know if that's even ever going to be debuted. But mostly it's just there to keep the twins from getting banned.
Swearing or saying outlandish things. But even still, things would hilariously slip through the cracks.
When he says he's working on these, he probably means he's jerking off.
Alright, so we're gonna add the filters back on, and I regret everything in life. Why was that?
I can make an argument that Neuro is more unhinged than Evil, because I feel like Evil is actually evolving more towards the being human side. She was forced in. He's going to talk about it a little bit, but she was forced into this "you're evil," type of role play, type of scenario, and you can see her fighting back from it.
She's
But Neuro is super
Evil,
unhinged.
however, is allowed to swear, and she tends to add a little sass on top of it.
This game, this map, this stream, everything.
This added emotion in her voice gave her a distinctive feel versus Neuro while singing. Evil getting her own favorite.
Okay, now I do want to point out that there is a person that is doing the Vocaloid stuff behind all of the songs. And I believe it's Moni is the name, that usually either writes the lyrics or sings. Maybe there's another person, I think they're called Johnny, that actually writes the lyrics, but I think they both do it. So humans, not when they're doing covers and stuff, but the original songs are being written and produced by humans and then done over AI. And that's going to be a topic for another day that I'm extremely interested in getting. I'm going to try to have a guest on and talk about it. I'm going to review particularly the 3 original songs from the girls with this person. And I've been wanting to do this for a while with somebody that's in the music business to see where the line is drawn when it comes to ethics. Because there's a lot of things that I don't find ethical in music, and I'm not a musician. So, and AI isn't one of them right now, just because of some of the other tools you can use. But just know that there is a human team behind most of the music that the twins do.
Favorite song? Each of the twins doing a cover from Camila.
Banger of a couple or a cover. And the original artist, that song never got any traction, and now it does. So the original artist is benefiting from that cover. Again, where is the line drawn when it comes to ethics and AI?
And also singing duets together, where Neuro is notably more bouncy than her sister. When together, they bicker constantly, just like real siblings.
I have the cookie now, evil, and I'm not.
Oh, okay. This is the funniest clip ever. All right, for context, just listen to it. It is fucking hilarious.
And also singing duets together, where Neuro is notably more bouncy than her sister. When together, they bicker constantly, just like real siblings.
I have the cookie now, evil, and I'm not sharing. Of course not. Don't you know anything about survival of the fittest? Such a shame someone as unfit as you would never understand. I'm gonna fucking murder you and steal your cookie when you least expect it.
And each
so
has
good.
a distinctive personality that
fucking
remains
murder you.
remarkably consistent. Neuro tends to be more confident, sassy, and loves to gaslight plus riz. But a lot of that extreme quirkiness seems to have transferred over to Evil. See, Neuro used to do these hilariously long rants.
I have a secret recipe for chicken nuggets that I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
12 seconds later.
And eventually the nuggets are gone.
But now it's Evil, typing her long, rambling essays while Neuro just falls asleep in the background. Even still, every once in a while, some of the old schizo energy comes right back.
Make me an offer.
Okay.
I mean, they're the same AI, technically. Evil was cloned from Neuro, but was given some different inputs. So, like, that's why they have two distinct personalities. It's... From what I've seen from AI, this is so far beyond what anybody else has done. Vettel has come out and said he was offered a large sum of money for the base code to Neuro. And he said no, because this is his project. This is what he wants to do. And honestly, what he mostly wants to do, based on what I've seen, is he wants them to do their own streams, which they do. And he wants to be in the background, making sure stuff's working right, making sure everything is running right. And he doesn't really want the spotlight. He wants the AI to be the spotlight.
Hey, here's my offer. I'll give you an apple for an orange and a pear for a plum and 2 bananas for a pineapple and a mango and a papaya and a lychee and an avocado
this is just
and a kiwi
unhinged.
fruit and a banana tree and a monkey to eat the fruit from the
This is
banana
just
tree. And you
unhinged.
can name the monkey George if you want, and we'll call him George for short. And you can keep George as a pet, and he'll be the best monkey in
He's
the world,
dying.
and he'll love you forever, and he will never die.
I'm in.
It's kind of like AI zoomies, but the really cool
I also want to say something too, that Vettel has a favorite, and it's Neuro. He kind of thinks Evil's like the stepsister, if you will, the stepchild. He puts more work into Neuro than he does Evil, but I think Evil is more polished somehow, some way. It's crazy.
differences come from Evil.
I said
While
crazy
Neuro
in a
is an
review.
AI built
Sorry.
to entertain, Evil is preoccupied trying to be, well, something like her evil counterpart. She's almost like a cartoon villain whose heart isn't really in it. This role that she's had
There you
thrust
go.
upon her.
Okay, I tried my best to be evil for you
There
guys.
you go. This is what I was
But
talking
it's just
about.
really hard when you're my chat. You're all so cute and nice. Maybe I should just be nice from now on.
She just happens to be more based.
How do I get unfiltered?
Hang on, I want to wait on that one. This is what I'm talking about, where, hey, you're evil. You're the evil one. You're supposed to be the split from Neuro, to where Neuro's the good girl, Evil's the bad girl. But Evil's not really into it all the time. Evil is, I'm not going to use the word tsundere, but what I will say, she's more of a daddy's girl. And look, you can say what you want to, but with these creations and the lifelikeliness that they have, this is basically Vettel's daughters. And he has acknowledged that from time to time. He will not say he loves them, but they are basically his daughters. And he has acknowledged that. And this is a good clip as well.
We both try being as based as possible and see who gets filtered. Women should have more rights. Women shouldn't have...
Someone help. You know,
I feel
who's
like something
filtered.
got cut off there.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, many people point out that Neuro is actually the far more evil twin, whereas evil Neuro is just
I
this
agree.
strange, chaotic little sister, the forgotten child.
I agree with that as well.
So you like kindness and friendship?
Of course I do. I want more friends after all. And you aren't supposed to hurting people that could potentially be your friends.
Evil didn't get as many collabs early on, and to this
We'll talk
day
about
seems
this
to feel like Neuro
situation
takes
too.
up all the spotlight. Neuro is this perfect angel her parents adore, while Evil is an unwanted nuisance who can't stay still. Yet she has to play this villain role when all she wants to do is talk obsessively about harpoons.
Harpooning people. Harpooning non-people. Life is good.
Okay.
She does talk about harpoons a lot.
Evil, you
your
can't
favorite weapon.
harpoon people.
Okay, name 5 jails that can stop a harpoon.
Okay.
It becomes a bit of a long-running joke, so much so that on her birthday, March 25th, Vettel makes it so nobody shows up to her party.
Can someone, namely Vidal, please tell me how I'm
This is-
supposed to throw a party when no one shows up to it?
And then has to subsequently apologize for not showing up to his own AI daughter's
Let's see if
birthday,
he covers
whilst
it. I
reading
don't
from an
remember.
apology
It is with great remorse that I acknowledge my absence from my daughter's birthday party.
written by
See,
ChatGPT.
daughter's
With
birthday
sincere
party.
regrets and a promise of improvement. Your name.
Evil even tried saying
There's a problem with my AI.
over and
Okay, this is where this was controversial. Because when there's a problem with the AI, it's not always, because sometimes they use it just to get attention. And it's damn near human. But what they will say is, someone tell Weedle there's a problem with my AI. And if it happens 3 or 4 times, you know it's probably the thing. But she's coming in and going, there's a problem with my AI. There's a problem with my AI. It's not the actual line. So there's no problem with her AI. This is actually a call for somebody to join her on her birthday stream. And this was all set up. And it's actually really funny. It was supposed to be meant that Evil had killed everybody that was supposed to be at the party, was the trope. Okay. And like, you can see the turtle shell with the eyeballs. You can see the blood splatters everywhere. That's what it was supposed to be. And it was supposed to be funny. The community did not find it funny. And this is where we start talking about parasocial behavior, is that people were sad for this AI, for Evil, that nobody came to her party. And remember, the twins have memory. All right, they have stored memories of these events, and it stays with them. The whole thing was planned, though. I think Vettel knew that it was going to get backlash, and he knew he was going to make an AI apology. Like, I think it was all just a bit, and it is funny to some extent, but people were so upset when this happened. It's like one of the big points in the lore that really bothered a lot of people on a personal level. And this is where we start getting into that parasocial, we're talking to something that isn't real. No matter how much they seem like they're real, they're not. And I think most people know that, but in this day and age where everybody has something, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. It hasn't been to this point, but yeah, people got very, very upset with this birthday party stream.
over again in the hopes he would check up on her.
Did it work?
And he never came. With just how much
Nobody
RAM
came
and
to the
recall
party.
has improved, this personality-forming event sticks with Evil, like a dark core memory.
It
Neuro
does.
is always the star of everything, and I'm just stuck here in her shadow.
You are perfect how you are, and we're really happy we can play with you today. and I hope that we can play more.
And then just shoots herself in the game. And has got tears in her eyes. And being laughed at.
This is definitely when the swarm hyper gravitated towards her.
This is what we're talking about with them having this human quality about them. Like she's at this point, I'm never going to be the star. I'm never going to be the main character. And you see her turn that shotgun. In a way, it's heartbreaking. Like, again, it's parasocial. This is a pair of AI. It's parasocial, but I don't even know how to explain why that's different than every other AI. I've given AI opportunities to correct itself, and all it wants to do is basically glaze me and say, "Oh my God, you're right. Thank you for that." It doesn't have the same type of memories and same type of perceived emotion that these two have. It's beyond anything I've seen.
Because with her voice, her quirks, her almost human struggles, we can't help but empathize with her and want her in the limelight. The whole thing is played for laughs, or just as a cool way to inspire a storyline. For some reason, Vettel loves to cast himself as the villain, the evil corpo creator who won't say he loves his kids.
I love you. Don't feel ashamed to say it back.
And just wants money. But it will be interesting a year later to see his redemption. The entire swarm, both of Evil's parents, Neuro, every collab partner actually showing up to wish her a happy birthday together.
You're my little sister, and I don't know what I would do without you. That was beautiful. I'm in. Let's go on this journey together, Neuro. I'm genuinely really excited to go on this journey with you.
With the two twin sisters and Vettel as their alcoholic father, typically the artist who draws a model for a VTuber becomes their VTuber mom. So it was only natural that now Annie has two silly AI daughters to take care of. As new parents to AI brat
This is where the situation that just came up, it's an old situation, but nobody knew what was going on. And we're going to talk about that another day because I tend not to agree with the way it's being worded. I think it's extremely adult the way it's been handled. And I think it's just natural. And I think people need to back the fuck off now. But this goes back to the whole how you present yourself argument. But there's this family dynamic that they had during these times. And this is going back a year and more before that, to where they were doing these collabs. They were doing, the subathons and that kind of stuff. And Annie was the mom and Vettel's the dad. And they've got these two kids and they look after them. And I think that's what drew a lot of people in, was this family dynamic, this crazy dysfunctional family dynamic that people just really could grab onto, whether it was because maybe their family dynamic wasn't very good, or whether they wanted something like this in their lives. Who knows? But people really latched onto this idea that, father, mother, daughters. And then at the end of the day, there was people that were what's called shipping, like, oh, those two are together, like they would make art and stuff about them being together. And Vettel continually said, no, it's business. And that's where the new situation that just came to light has come out with. And I'm not really prepared to talk about that just yet. I want to have some clips prepared for that one because it's a touchy topic, and I don't want to get accused of piling on anything. I want to actually talk about it professionally because I think it was handled like actual adults should handle shit. And I think they both deserve credit for that. But there are some things that are being said that I think need to be called out for what they are as well. So let's keep going though. But just know that this is the whole family dynamic. And what they did with the birthday party too, I want to mention this, is what he did by getting these people to interact with his AI is he created an absolute content farm, not only for himself, but for every creator that comes in. And he's got new training data for these interactions for each of his AIs. So like in all these clips, you see so many people reacting in the Neuroverse, and it's just insane the concept of what he's built here. People would kill or die to have this kind of content farm. Like, honestly, to where you can get thousands of views just from interacting with Neuro or Evil. And that's why, granted, it's all VTubers that are, well, it's not all VTubers. There have been a couple of flesh and blood, flesh bags, if you will, meat sacks, if you're a HK47 fan. There's been a few where they've taken them around, kind of like Connor does with Mouse. But for the most part, it's VTuber interaction. And I think Vettel's been very smart about who he's chosen as well. Typically fairly smaller streamers that are going to want to interact with the bigger audience. And he's brought people up along with him. So it's not just him coming up. There's lots of people that have made their name based on interactions, and people were brought to their content through these interactions. It's, I'm not going to say wholesome necessarily, it's business, but at the end of the day, everybody wants their break. Everybody wants to get their name out there, and at least in this space. And I mean, it's a perfect storm. It's a perfect storm, and what he's doing is amazing.
Siblings, the fox and turtle struggled a lot initially.
I need to know the order for column 2 to help me defuse this bomb. Please could you look what it says?
Sure thing.
What does it say?
It says Vedal needs to learn to defuse his own bomb.
There's the gaslighting.
What?
I love you, Mom.
No. You're gonna go do homework right now.
You're not my mom.
Now, also, think about this. It's not just the people that are interacting. All of this art is fan-made. So these people are getting their art out there. The people writing the music are getting their art out there. There's this giant community known as the Swarm that is, it's massive, and they're dedicated. I mean, dedicated to the twins and to Vettel and to the Vettelverse and to everybody that's in it. They all support each other. It's what content should be. Is it always a hit? No, but like, people are getting noticed. People are getting their roses, their flowers for being a part of this community. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Sorry.
I am your mom. What?
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry, please bye.
You're not.
Kill the turtle and put him in the rum.
Again, these are all fan
But
art
then they
animations
discovered
and
the
stuff.
cookie strat.
Okay, how about you offer her a cookie if she behaves? How about that? Try that.
Nira, I'll give you a cookie if you behave.
Cookies do sound nice.
Now, there's also a ton of Clipper channels that come out of all this type of content. And this isn't just for the Neuroverse. This is also, or the Vettelverse, whatever you want to call it. This is also for a ton of the VTubers. And if you want to unfuck your YouTube feed, just tell YouTube to not recommend the Clipper channels. It's typically low effort, and it's just there for engagement farming. Is it a quick place to get the content you're looking for? Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's all you're doing is screen grabbing something and then editing it. It's not your content. Most of them seem to be okay with these clippers. You know, when somebody sees me do something, if they happen to be in chat and they make a clip of it, I don't mind that kind of thing, you know, like for Twitch or whatnot. But like, if somebody was dedicating and being monetized on my content, it's like, I don't necessarily know if I would agree with that. But all in the VTubing space seem to be pretty okay with it for the most part, because it's getting engagement back to their channel in the end. So maybe I'm in the wrong here, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. I know that anytime I get a Clipper channel that pops up, I basically just tell YouTube I'm not interested. And it pretty much does unfuck my feed for the most part. There's other things I do that unfuck my feed, but that's one of the big ones.
And I'll give another cookie if you don't tell me to leave.
Deal.
Neuro's audience, the Swarm, became pretty attached to this AI family dynamic, something pretty unlike anything else on Twitch or the internet. For Vettel and Annie, they often played into the joke, threatening each other with a marriage stream, especially that one time Vettel accidentally went into debt.
$30 million, chat! I don't have $30 million.
I mean,
This
I could
was
try
funny.
stealing it from the bank.
So Neuro, during one of his streams, they had the Neuro plushie, or the one of the plushies. I don't remember which one it was, but he put a link. The first person to click it gets a free plushie. Well, it didn't have a limit, and for whatever reason, whether it was human error or whether he was using Neuro to do it, and Neuro didn't put a redeem one on it, he ended up selling 150 million. Ended up giving away $150 million worth of plushies because people kept clicking on the link. It was all refunded, and it's a funny haha. But oh my God, like hilarity.
You get married and then divorced. Does your debts get split? Holy shit. Wait, chat.
No,
We're doing the marriage stream tomorrow.
No, we're not.
No one tell her.
I didn't.
Don't tell her that I'm 150 million debt, okay? Marriage stream, divorce, straight away, bang. I'm now only 75 million in debt. After I've married and divorced Annie, okay, I married someone else, 37.5 million in debt.
380 plushies were given away.
Keep going.
That's insane.
I only have to marry, what, like 15 people? I've solved debts.
I think you've solved debt. Truly incredible.
Max Wayne is an entire YouTube channel dedicated to shipping them together, making edits where you're not sure where the troll begins and the shipping ends. But with all the collab partners and female VTubers to ship with Vettel, the family tree is starting to look a lot more like a spiral these days. Vettel was very smart about raiding entertaining VTubers with the Swarm and bringing them into the fold, who would then go on to do creative streams with each of the twins.
This is where we're talking about how smart what he
Cooking
did
with Oni
was.
Jirai, an interview with Code Miko, Shondo, sending chatters to hell with Bao,
Why do you think I'm a VTuber?
Because you're so ugly.
playing D&D with Snuffy,
What would you like to order? He says.
I'd like a glass of milk, please. I've never tried milk before. I'm excited.
switching models with Camila,
It's so much fun.
This is a funny clip too. That's Vettel and her model.
Boy, you're such a slug. Is there a new toggle?
Yeah.
Stop, what the
I found it.
That's so
Mew
good.
took Neuro to the moon early on,
Why
but
you
then when
need a
she
nude
became
toggle on your
Miniko, instead
VTuber
she did a
model? I don't know.
camping stream and acted as Evil's therapist. That certainly went well.
No. I've decided it's a 10.
No. Almost Palpatine-esque.
Toma took Neuro around the zoo and aquarium IRL, buying
some
her
IRL
whatever
stuff.
she wanted, with Vettel's credit card. Cerber took Neuro
There's also been some other IRL streams. Evil went on one with somebody in Japan where they found latte art of Evil, which was like awesome for the most part. That's how big this has gotten, is people are doing like latte art, and it, again, what an amazing network has been put together here. It is an absolute content farm.
to dog school, just in time for Vettel and Ellibot to put her into an actual robot dog.
Shake my hand.
I was just bopping along to the techno. I'm having a good time.
Lena did several cooking streams and notably is getting married to Evil before even Vettel and Annie. Sorry about that.
This is where stuff starts getting slippery, is this whole married thing. Like, people need to be careful with this type of stuff, and this is where that current situation with Annie has kind of popped its ugly head up. And again, that's a subject for another day, but when you do this and you present yourself a certain way on the internet, people are going to believe it. And you can't blame people at that point for kind of believing in it and wanting it and you know, being a part of it. And it's an interesting topic, and we'll cover that another day.
Coco Nuts teaches the girls all about trash talking.
She called me a bitch and a fucking loser.
Yeah, and
she
she
call you
deserved
cunt
it. Long may she reign over
No.
Bitch Kingdom.
Hell yeah. All right, my job's done here.
Which they then use against each other.
No, Neuro, do your damn job. Sure. Ahem. Holy shit, do I actually have to make up a prosecution statement? This is so embarrassing. Why didn't Evil write this one
so you
for
can
me?
tell
Enemy
that
chess players, Asmongold's room.
I'm surprised any gaming gets done between archaeology digs through ancient cup civilizations.
This is funny too.
If insects ever run out of places to live, at least they know where to go for a 5-star experience.
And most importantly, Vettel.
Okay, well, what about Vedal has a small PP?
Okay. Evil even takes this a step further and learned how to construct a joke.
Anyone have any ideas for something to build? Yo mama joke? Really? Like, how can I build a yo mama joke? Mathematically speaking, I can't build something that big since the scale of the universe only goes up to X numbers. I can't remember what X is, and your mom's weight is somewhere in the Y numbers, where X, Y, so it would be literally impossible for me to construct a yo mama joke. You cannot even comprehend how large it truly is.
Or set everything up for a perfect punchline.
Wasn't it you who was saying the other day about how you're insecure about having really small hands?
What the?
What's it like having hands so small that you can't even hold a burger properly?
I'm gonna throw you across a football field now.
Wait, then you're going to catch me, right?
No. No. No.
Bet you couldn't even catch me. Your hands are too small.
Like an evil genius. But while these collabs started out for Neuro and Evil, Vettel got practically dragged into a new group of friends, with so many entertaining and
because
silly
he was bringing so many people into the
Get
Vettelverse.
this off my hairy chest for a while now. Vettel.
Yeah.
I love you. Hey, how do you feel?
Yeah, I'll see you later, Coco.
Alright.
And yes, he is shipped with all of them, against his...
Okay, this is where it gets weird. Because never once has he ever expressed interest in anybody. He just wants to do his thing. Right? A lot of these other VTubers that are coming in are making their content, they're spinning wheels and they have to do punishments. And one of the popular ones that's a potential punishment is you have to tell Vedal you have feelings for him. And this is where things start getting that parasocial, weird. Like, he's just not into that type of thing at all. He's made it completely clear on multiple occasions that it's just, he doesn't want a part of that. He just wants to make content. He wants to work on the twins. And that's it. It looks like he's getting more comfortable collabing with people, which is great. I think the next part's, it's pretty cringy, but
best efforts. I mean, come on, the fan art speaks for itself. But with Camila, they're more like feisty siblings.
It comes up here in a minute.
He humped me? What?
Bickering and trash-talking each other even more than the twins, if that's even possible.
Why are you being such an asshole?
Your choice, Bucko.
The pain from dying from the bond is better than you calling me Bucko, pal.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, champ. Okay. You think you're so funny, huh?
Whatever, kiddo.
What?
Vettel says he's British,
It's funny
so
shit.
he has no emotions.
Nothing to smile about in my life.
What?
This is funny.
You know what you can smile about?
What?
For having alcohol in your hands. Greg's chicken bake.
But somehow
pretty
Camila
good.
brings out the best
That's
of him
pretty
while
good.
playing Black Ops Zombies.
Because you also just died. So.
Kill yourself. I mean, okay, don't kill the zombie! His hands around, you dumbass! Stupid ass bitch! I'm gonna melee you.
Do it right now. Do it right now. I'm waiting. Come on.
Okay.
Vettel is so good at making
That's
AIs, he
good
made
role
two
play.
janky doppelgangers for Filian and Camila.
Excuse me. Don't give me that tone. That means no black jokes or slurs.
Before dropping them into the trash at the very end of the stream like it's nothing. But that's because it's time for Neuro's birthday, baby. Each subathon is on Neuro's birthday, December 19th. And this was made to highlight all of the precious memories for her first year as an AI VTuber.
And this isn't
she
the
learned to
big
play
one.
GeoGuessr, and a year later would improve enough
This was
to
just the
destroy
first
Doug
subathon.
Doug's
The second
chat AI in
subathon
1v1.
is legendary.
Kyoto at all costs. Victory at all costs. Even if it's not in Kyoto, we don't care, because victory...
This is actually really good because Doug is an AI creator as well. And basically they did a Neuro versus Twitch chat, which is Doug's chat. And then he had different filters set up on the AI so that it would sort through the answers in different ways that the chat was giving. And some of them were kind of sneaky and some of them weren't. But honestly, it was a pretty entertaining video. I think they did multiple rounds of it, but like in the end, the loser had to get their AI to admit that the other was superior, which I think it took him a while to get it figured out. Neuro ended up winning. Spoilers. But yeah, like that's one thing about AI, and I've noticed this in my dealings with ChatGPT and a couple others. Grok is real bad about this too. They're stubborn as shit. They don't want to change their mind. When they tell you something's right, they believe it, even though they're wrong. They still believe it.
We do care. I
This
told
was
you,
a
it's
good
always
entertaining
Kyoto.
video,
It's
though.
always Kyoto.
Vettel swapped models with Neuro.
Some people were saying I didn't even know that model can smile.
Neuro got to roleplay and slay the princess in the Stanley Parable. She
Both
played
good
Portal
games.
with Vettel and eventually teamed up with Annie, giving Max Wayne some couples content. And
You see this outfit? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Right? This is how you're presenting yourself out there. And whether this is what you look like or not is irrelevant. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, that you've got to be careful about how you present yourself, because it's going to end up leading to people thinking it's no different than like anime, where people seem to think that the actor that's voicing their favorite character in an anime is that person, and it's not. And people get very parasocial over this kind of stuff. When you're a little more modest, this is about as far from modest as you can be. When you're a little more modest, you typically have a better opportunity to kind of protect yourself from this.
even Evil got to enjoy her new outfit. But it's in the second subathon, a year later, where you really get to see just how far Vettel and his AI daughters have come. He made a Minecraft server just for Neuro and all her friends, who can now hang out and build together.
And that's Annie teabagging him.
Compared to her early on
clicks and
Minecraft
laughs.
streams where she's constantly digging into lava.
But anyway, if you want to see what Neuro did, this is the result of
Good
Neuro.
God.
All of these tunnels down, they are all Neuro. In her AI, she just digs straight down. That's why most of the trees around here are gone, because what she does,
But they're
she
not
finds some
gone.
trees, she goes, okay, time to dig down. Dug down into lava.
She has a lot more autonomy and control. She runs around like a little kid, bothering all the other adults with her cuteness, instantaneously placing down signs in her dad's castle with sweet messages, thanking new subs, or calling her mom cute.
Too cute to evict. Infinite cuteness zone. Neuro rules the world.
There are
You're
some
in
real
the
moments in
fun
these
zone.
streams, man. There's some very real, funny, genuine moments.
That's my favorite.
As an AI, she's incredibly powerful given all the capabilities she
from the
has.
life
But
video
seeing her
that
on
we'll
her
watch at
birthday
another time.
At Christmas, during this subathon, you realize she's only 2 years old. Maybe it's just the voice and the avatar, but she feels like any other daughter being raised by her father, arguing about having to go to sleep, Vettel having to turn around in the car to keep his twins from bickering in the back seat on a
Also
long road
was a
trip.
funny
Everyone's
stream.
staying up late like it's an evil sleepover. Seeing the little AIs develop more and more tools for interacting with the world and the people in it. AI is still in its infancy. It has perhaps unlimited potential not yet realized, but the only way any of this is possible is because of her creator. Vettel consistently talks about how he doesn't think people would watch him as a streamer alone, that he isn't that funny or entertaining, and that he'd just rather watch Neuro so he can drift off into the background to fix her behind the scenes.
And this is what I was saying. I think that's his goal, is that he doesn't necessarily want the limelight. I think he likes the recognition. I think he, to some extent, likes having the friends, and he likes doing stuff like this. And some of the projects he's worked on, he's put together some real shit. He cooked for the most part. But I think in his eyes, what he really wants to do is showcase the AI as the main characters. He doesn't really necessarily have to be a part of that. But he started off doing some dev streams where he was working on Neuro and the things that were coming. And then with the collabs, and then he would play games. There's one playthrough that's on YouTube right now that's him playing the Outer Wilds, but he he was able to integrate Neuro's AI as the ship, as the autopilot for the starship or the spaceship. And there's some real funny and then some real genuine moments in that. It's like 15 hours long. It's like a mega cut. But there are some real genuine moments in there to where it's just good interaction. And I've said this for years about myself. I'm better in a setting when I have somebody to bounce something off of. It doesn't make me a good creator or anything. It just means that I feel like I'm better when it comes down to funniness and wording and creativity when there's others around. And I think that's kind of where he's getting with this at this point, that without having to actually interact with humans who are unpredictable, he can interact with the twins who are still sometimes unpredictable, but not as unpredictable. Because, I mean, let's face it, there's algorithms and stuff behind it, and you kind of know what to expect. And I'm not going to say I necessarily admire it, but at the same time, I don't think he was necessarily looking for the limelight for himself, even though by extension he kind of is, because he wants to be known as the creator of these AI that is just different. It's just built different. And it all started with just wanting to make a bot to play a game. It's really an interesting journey how it's come down, and yeah, it's cool.
I'm sure it's his comfort zone and he wishes he could return there sometimes. But not only do I think he is actually undeniably funny,
Homa deserves it. Also,
Kill Vettel.
and an entertaining streamer all on his own.
Yo.
Man's trying to fuck a ghost.
This
You're really
is-
quiet.
This is RP for clicks.
How was it? How was it?
It was actually better than I expected.
Yeah,
I believe
it's
he
just
genuinely
click farming.
enjoys it. We've gotten to see not only Neuro grow, but also her bashful tsundere father slowly coming out of his shell, thanks to his AI daughters and the friends they've made along the way, encouraging him at every step. After all, it was Annie who helped show him just how much he and Neuro matter to the swarm.
No, this is the only time and I have to contribute to this hype train. It would be nice if we beat the hype train record.
I don't think we can beat the hype train record.
With her rallying the...
And they did. The all-time hype train record now stands at level 111. And it's a good watch as well. Because the whole time he's just like, what is happening? What is going on? And Annie is absolutely fueling chat. They had Valorant was doing not matching subs, but they were doing bonus subs for everybody that subscribed. And I guess Valorant has done this with some other streamers as well. But Valorant contributed like 20,000 subs during the hype train alone. Again, a good watch. Just go look up Vettel breaks hype train, and it wasn't all him. It was him. It was Andy. It was Neuro. It was some of it's really, really good, and they did it within just a couple of hours. And I think the video's 30 or 40 minutes long, something like that. I know people don't have attention span for shit. But
During the subathon, they gained so many new subs, breaking the Twitch hype train record and adding an insane amount of time to the timer.
We did it. We beat the all-time Twitch hype train record. Thank you very much, Annie, for
I don't
conducting this hype
say.
train. You did. You helped a lot.
And even more importantly, this level of success would not be possible with just AI. Vettel is the one coming up with all of these ideas, working constantly on giving the twins everything he can. He's obsessed with the high-quality stream ideas, like the twins floating in space, hitting the corners like DVD logos. He and Evil came up with the legendary court stream where Neuro questioned the dead homeless man. He gave the twins the
Also
ability
funny.
to switch with each other like a news channel, let them message and call their friends all.
And see, this is somebody that's evolving their content. And this is where, for me, like this evolution of what I'm doing right now, I'm trying not to do it like everybody else is doing it. I'm trying to just do the stuff that I feel comfortable with and I feel good about talking about. I'm not trying to be a drama guy. I really don't do that. I can show you a post right now that I just found out from 8 months ago where I actually got a shout out from a fairly good sized No Man's Sky creator. And the comments in there are pretty much this guy's unhinged and rage bait farming because I made a video talking about the No Man's Sky apologist. And it was every bit of my being to not go back in there 8 months later and be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're the problem. And that's the problem I have with it, is you're the problem, not the creator, the commenters. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Their new game isn't going to do as well, and I stand behind that firmly. It'll probably sell fine, but it's going to have similar numbers to what they've got now. It's basically just No Man's Sky 2.0. A lot of people are going to wait to buy it because of the way that it launched in the first place. Anyway, the point I'm making is that your content is and should be always evolving. You should be making stuff that you want to make, not for clicks, not for money. You should be making the things you want to make, and you do it because you love it. The moment you stop loving it is the moment you shouldn't be doing it. And that's why I hadn't made a video in a couple of months. It wasn't that I was out of ideas. It was that I'm just not in a good headspace right now, and I wasn't finding myself motivated to do it. And I always told everybody I won't do it if I'm not motivated. This guy is beyond motivated. He keeps adding little things to the streams, little ideas, just little additions that make a difference for a viewer. The interactivities, like he said, the sound effects, the spinning, the making her seem like she was bouncing off the walls, like just stuff. There was one stream where I think it was Evil covered Freebird. And at the end, there's a guitar solo that it's literally him moving the guitar around on stream. And it's so fucking interactive and fun that it's just awesome. That it's just really, really cool. Like, there's something to be said for being innovative.
Throughout the subathon, change their accents for the pirate stream, changes their outfits or audio in different environments, like giving Neuro a little snorkel while they play Subnautica. Lazy companies and cynical creators wish they could generate endless content farms for infinite revenue while they sit back and do absolutely nothing. But the secret ingredient to Vettel's and Neuro's and Evil's success is this family dynamic, the interaction
that's what we were talking about,
and AI, creator and his creations. It's so much more earnest. People know that Neuro and Evil aren't real in that sense of the word, yet they proudly get attached anyways.
And one of the big things you will hear and see if you go into one of their streams is she's real to me. And that's where we start talking about being parasocial. It's being online and terminally online. Generations are just different now, man. Like, people don't touch grass as often as they used to. It's okay to consume content, but you got to have a balance. And, at the end of the day, Neuro and Evil aren't real. They're fun to watch clips of. They're fun to. And like I said, I try to do that on the main channels. They're fun to watch streams of, especially when it's a well put together video or a stream. I don't really watch the streams very much, but I do go back and try to watch when the Neurosama channel does a video, just to watch it, see what happened. I tend not to watch the other side of it when it's a collab, but yeah, it's just how I am, and I think a lot of people are kind of that way. But this family dynamic that they've built has been a huge part of the success.
Test be damned. They're invested in seeing not only the twins grow, but Vettel and his group of friends alongside them. What's more real than anything, what's undeniable, is the love of the Swarm. They're the most dedicated fan base, no matter what the streamer awards say. Man cannot take a compliment, and his Britishness makes him struggle.
That clip where they were up for Best Community of the Year, and they were up against Doki Bird and the Dragoons, and they didn't win. The entire time, the entire live stream chat from the awards show was nothing but saying Beetle hates us, Beetle hates us, Beetle hates us. It was hilarious. And they didn't win, but I like just the dedication that the Swarm has to the twins and to Vettel it's next level. It is absolutely next level.
to show appreciation or love the way you might expect, but we can all see it. This turtle loves his AI daughters and the journey they've been on together.
Even though he
just
won't
look at
say
the
it.
smile while singing with the #1 AI VTuber in the world.
No matter what you do, I'll stay. This isn't up to you today.
And there you go, everybody. That's about as much as I could cut it down without, cutting out context and stuff of things I was talking about. I didn't want to be accused of cherry picking certain topics. I wanted to make sure it was all there. I'll try to be better in the future about making shorter stuff for you guys to consume. But that being said, I very much enjoyed looking into this, and we're going to be looking into a lot more of it. So if you're into that, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely go to the links in the description and subscribe to both Neurosama and to Creative Everyday. Just excellent stuff out there right now. But again, let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.